Hey everyone, it's Andrew. So this is going to be the first video I have of a series of videos coming up about my experience with Invisalign for the upcoming months. This first video is just going to be a general introduction and background on how I ended up needing Invisalign therapy, and then the following videos are just gonna explain like the overall experience, the process, and things like that as we go. I hope this will be useful for anybody that's considering this treatment compared to traditional braces, and anybody that's kind of going through the process at the same time. So let's get started. Just real quick background. As a kid, I never really had too many issues with my teeth. I never had cavities even to this day. I did have to have a retainer probably in first or second grade because I had an underbite where my under teeth were a little bit in front of my front teeth. So I did that for probably about a year, but then they corrected and I didn't need any braces or anything like that. But beyond that, I didn't really have any issues. I did have in junior year of college, I ended up getting punched in the face and broke my jaw in two places, so I have a plate here as well as over here. So my jaw had to be repaired for the fracture for that, and everything was going well for about the past 6 years because that happened about 10 years ago. But about 4 years ago, I started noticing that my jaw was slightly misaligned, where especially on this side, the top teeth don't align with the bottom teeth. And over the past 4 years, my teeth have become a little bit misaligned, where the top ones are sliding inwards a little bit compared to the bottom. And as a result, the gums are receding on the top teeth along the edges on the outside. So that's kind of the backstory for that aspect of like my history there. But more recently, come July 2020, I had an episode where my gum got inflamed for a couple of days and it resolved, but then 2 months later it got very inflamed with like gum abscess. And so I went to my local dentist. He essentially diagnosed me with a vertical tooth fracture, referred me to an oral surgeon, and essentially the tooth had to be removed because the tooth couldn't be repaired or salvageable, and if you left it there, it would have repeated infections. So that got taken out probably about 4 or 5 months ago. No issues with that procedure or anything like that. But then I came back to my oral surgeon about 3 months later for consideration of the implant, and in that 3-month time period, because this tooth here got taken out, my teeth started shifting forwards, probably from the jaw misalignment. So my teeth were crowding in the front, and my front incisor here was pushing backwards more. And so after discussion with him, he essentially said that if I was going to pursue the implant, I should have any orthodontal work done first. And so he referred me to an orthodontist for consideration, because once you put the implant in, it doesn't move because it's fixated in your jaw. So you can't really do any orthodontal work around that. And so I ended up at the orthodontist. After her evaluation, yeah, there's crowding in the teeth, the jaw's misaligned as anticipated, and she recommended Invisalign therapy. So that appointment was about 6 weeks ago. Essentially at that time, they essentially just took pictures of my entire mouth, very detailed pictures, and then sent it off to Invisalign, and then they essentially prepared the aligners and then sent them more recently. So I had the first appointment today with her as far as getting the Invisalign therapy set up and starting with the aligners. But that's really the backstory. So I'm going to post this video just as an introduction and kind of backstory, so you don't have to listen to it beyond that. If you have any comments or anything, please post below and like and subscribe. My follow-up video is going to be essentially from day one and kind of unboxing the Invisalign aligners and showing you that sort of thing. So thanks for watching, and keep in tune.